That's where I'm heading. Hunting for a free mount that I can get from this zone. And it has led me here. Oh, he's been there a while.
One goes to the... I think that should be all of them. Yes, 1, 2, 3. 3 books, I think. I don't remember. Did I have more? It is probably fine. Missive? I don't know anything about a missive, but I could use your help. I seem to have in my possession 3 of my master's tomes with no memory of having taken them. I can't understate the trouble I could be in if he finds they're missing. If Hermaeus Mora thinks for even a moment that one of his ciphers is trying to steal knowledge
Another
from him,
cultist.
he'd unwrite my very existence without a second thought.
I wonder if he
Please,
knows Laramil.
the cloisters run amok with danger. Will you help me return these books? Very good, yes. There are only 3 books. An easy enough task for someone of your stature. Please, follow me. The entrance is just up ahead. I'll meet you inside. Yes, hello again. See you in there. We should first visit the Calamitous Gallery. Come this way.
He didn't even make it past the main hall this time. Pitiful. And it seems he has dragged a newcomer along as well. Poor soul. And now this mortal is staring at me like they can actually see me. Like they recognize I'm here. Wait. Can you actually see me? You know I'm here? Astounding. Mortal, I'll speak plainly.
Please do.
I am the morbid observer, an overseer that presides over the cloisters. I'm afraid you've stumbled upon a trap in motion. Both myself and all those within the cloisters are stuck in a never-ending cycle. Yes, but soon he'll return. Just know that when he does, he will not be able to see me. I've been kept separate from the others, unseen and unheard. I believe someone tried to steal from the cloisters, and this triggered a magical countermeasure. I assure you that a trap set by Mora himself won't be easy to undo. My best guess is to find the root of its cause, the crime that Minai Shai participated in, though he doesn't seem to remember. But enough talk. The Argonian returns.
Hello, traveler. I hope the main hall isn't too imposing. I assure you, the rest of the sidereal cloisters is far more welcoming. Let me know when you're ready to venture forward. I believe the Calamitous Gallery is our first stop. A ghastly collection of troubling predictions, so please do try to avoid peeking. Best not to worry yourself.
He has no idea he just died.
Died? I don't know that I did. After all, here I stand in one piece. Though I suppose death can encompass a great many things. A change in self, a departure from the old. Perhaps we can compare notes after we are finished.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me in the Calamitous Gallery. It's this way.
I made it past the lightning strike. I have a feeling he's going to die a few more times in here.
The calamitous gallery has grown as of late. It's become nearly as difficult as its prophecies. Everything seems to be so angry at me. Did I do something wrong? We made it. We just have to place the book back in its proper spot and... Wait, what's that? I've never seen that in here before.
Struck down once again, though he did mention that something seemed different. Come, let us speak. Thanks to you, Minai Shai actually made it through the calamitous gallery. It's almost cause for celebration, though admittedly the bar is low. Since I am unable to lift the books, I ask that you complete the task before we investigate. I'm sure it would have already, but yet you still stand. You don't happen to have a pact with the Fathomless Prince, do you?
We're
Regardless,
friends.
return the book to its proper spot. Portents of celestial bodies should sit right over there. The sigil of the Great Eye. So this is a trap of Mora's making. Fabric. Torn from a robe, perhaps. Though, I do not recognize that
The
pendant.
new cipher revealed he was
Moreover,
sent here on a
ciphers are
secret
not
mission
permitted
by our
personal
fathomless
treasures
prince,
within the
and that he needs my help. I can't believe it. I'd do anything for my master.
Are those footsteps leading to the bookshelf?
Do you feel the pull?
No.
The spiraling
pass
loop
right
of the
through it.
cycle. Delve deeper if you wish to resolve its unending trial.
That's the voice of Hermaeus Mora, but I don't see him.
A mysterious sight. Portents and clues. A trap befitting the cloisters. There is no questioning it. Mora has trapped us in this cycle, and these visions are beginning to reveal why. Minai Shai was aiding a new cipher. One that said he worked for Mora himself. A strange cipher bearing an unrecognizable pendant and fabric that does not match the robes of the cloisters. This cipher fooled Minai Shai into unsealing protected tomes, and we've been paying the price this whole time. I'm certain of it.
I find comfort in Logia Infinitum's vastness. Our prince's knowledge is as infinite as he is caring. To walk these halls is to be held by him.
What's the plan?
The plan is you help me pick that lock. Oh,
The Logia
I just skipped
Infinitum
right through that. Tin Lauren, do your job.
You're not bad with a lot.
The Logia Infinitum contains ever-changing prophecies. The great many portents that are affected by the mundane and ordinary. From changing grain prices to new valleys created by shifting rivers, the everyday is foretold here. A new cipher? It isn't often someone joins our ranks, but I must say, those that do are often strange in their own ways. Perhaps when we're done here, I can help you find who you're looking for.
I bet that guy dies again before we get where we're going.
Do be careful. Every tome here is priceless, I assure you.
It's a bold statement considering how many tomes there are here.
Ah, yes, right here. Just need to return the book back to the correct place. Wait a moment. Traveler, something is wrong here.
I believe you are
This
starting
poor
to
lizard.
understand what I have endured for countless cycles. Return the encyclopedia prediction to it. The sigil has revealed more projections. In so many shy is my son doing the seal something interesting.
These are simple enough seals. Strange that the cipher couldn't undo these himself. No matter. I'm happy to help my prince.
I'm not super duper invested in the story for these little mini missions, but I have to do them to get the mount that I'm looking for. So
The cycle turns ever forward until all that was stolen is returned.
Let's not dawdle, traveler. It seems I actually only have one book to return. Here I was, bemoaning the task of returning these books, and it was only the one. I must look like a lazy fool. Still, I appreciate your company. And how grand it must be for you to see the sidereal cloisters in all its glory.
indeed.
Nonsense. I appreciate your aid, traveler, but it is my duty to see this book returned. To think I played any role in removing them is pain enough. I won't shirk my duties onto a stranger. No offense. You are in for a treat. Onwards to the Empyrean ascent!
So I don't think that these stories usually are like continued, usually very short and self-contained, so
The summit of the
I'm not going to see
cloister's
this guy
collections.
somewhere else.
They're all very hostile, aren't they? I'm prone to a short temper myself when a book isn't returned properly. Thank you, traveler. Now all that is left is to return the book.
Wait,
this looks
something's
odd.
wrong.
I've not seen this in here before.
It's funny every time.
Not that
How
I
long
could
ago
return
did
the final book myself.
the morbid observer stop finding it funny?
More projections. I can't possibly know about sight.
I have collected all the books our master requested.
These tomes need to be brought up to the Inventory Forum. Your master commands it.
And all under the nose of a blind.
This mysterious cipher mentioned the divinatory forums. A hidden wing of the cloisters only known to overseers like myself, and a privileged few ciphers. It seems our best course of action is to follow in their footsteps. In order to access the divinatory forums, a cipher must tap into the sigil magic that pulses through the cloisters. You'll have to trace the sigil of the Great Eye and pray that my presence, however tenuous, still allows us access to its halls. It worked. Let us continue into the divinatory forum. Of course, a fourth book and one more potent than the rest. We must return it, Traveler, and stop this intruder at all costs. The Atlas of Obscurum. Of course this triggered Mora's trap. My prince would never... There, by the divining overlook. That is where we must return the Atlas. I'll need to... There!
You
that
won't need to
pedestal.
live, my
Return the Atlas to its
I will be free from it. Come, you obey me now. I failed you.
Huh. The swords live even after the master dies. Okay.
This is it, Traveler. The moment the cycle was triggered, trapping us here. Minai Shai, wait! We can't allow him access to the Atlas.
Wait, you're no cipher. I won't allow you to steal these books. I won't.
The divinatory forums are at my fingertips, Master Perry. All that is left is to steal the Atlas.
None escape my eye, nor my judgment. Deceiver and deceived alike. With knowledge secured and lesson learned, the cycle is broken. The faithful are made whole.
The books. They're trying to steal. Wait, is it over? Were the books returned?
Yes, Minai Shai. They've been returned. Come, let us speak in the main hall where it is safer.
Wait, I died? And you were conscious the whole time? This is a lot to take in. How long were we trapped in this cycle?
I'm unsure how long the cycle lasted. It could have been an eternity. And yes, you died. A great many times, in fact.
You did it. You ended the cycle. I'm slowly starting to remember everything. And yes, that includes all my deaths. But best not to dwell on that now. Thank you for everything you have done for me. For us. Yes, thank you for freeing us from this trap. To think my prince would go to such lengths to protect the knowledge kept here. A harsh punishment, but I must not question my master. It isn't much, but I want you to have this. Thank you.
It
friend.
just gave me a pencil sharpener.
My
Okay,
time
buddy.
here in the cloisters has been enlightening. I think, after all this, it'd be nice to stretch my legs and explore the plane. I'll do my best.
Strange. I had forgotten the smell of dusty divinations. In fact, I can't remember the last book I read. It's been ages since I could pick one up.
If you would like, I could offer a few suggestions. Some of my favorites, perhaps.
That would be appreciated, Minai Shai. Though perhaps, let me collect them this time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, now what was I doing? So I have to find all of the points of interest in Apocrypha is one of the things that I have to do. So, I'm doing that first, which is going to involve like some random side quest stuff.
Isaac will never. And now you're here. And now you're here. That mortal I chased after in Fargrave. Perfect. Do you enjoy seeing Hezek in the dirt? Huh? Robbed of the one thing Madam Wim asked me to keep safe. My debt to her will never end after this. They stole a secret. I carried it through this awful, ravening morass to trade at the obscured forum. Madam Wim wants a boon from Hermaeus Mora. But the Void Prowler clan found me, kicked me, then stole the secret. I'll never get it back.
We're getting that back, Hazek.
They would just kick me again. I need help.
Nobody likes a
You could
bully.
help. Mortals lack gold, right? I have some. We'll find the Void Prowlers, and then you'll take the secrets. Maybe kick them back? Then you can keep Hezek safe while we finish my job. I can track the Void Prowlers with my mirror, but I lost it when they chased me. Look around some stairs by the shore, and grab anything that might belong to the thieves. That'll be helpful. That's it. Get walking. I hear mortals require exercise. Wasn't my choice. Madam Wim wants a boon from the big eye in the sky. Oh, wait. I should probably be respectful while I'm here. Anyway, the Ravening Morass is where they built the obscured forum. And that's where I can get the boon, so here I am. Now Hezek relies on mortal help. Oh, what's become of me? Look for a mirror, and see if the Void Prowlers dropped anything.
I like how the Dremora have different types. I think that guy's Dremora.
trash everywhere, don't they? Why would Void Prowler brutes keep notes?
He's actually tiny. Maybe he's a goblin. I don't know.
I see my mirror. Could be a trap. You get my mirror. Is it broken?
Hmm. Ah, there it is.
Here's where those thieves ambushed me. Is that cloth? Yes. The mortal keeps Hezek waiting with anticipation. I can stand here forever. You're the one who grows old. But you found my mirror, and that's what matters. I'll use it to track the Void Prowlers, assuming you found something of theirs as an anchor. Mortals are quite skilled at picking up garbage, aren't they? Anyway, this fabric tore off a Void Prowler's tunic. I grabbed for it as I fell. We'll use this to track the thieves. This notebook. I knew it! They did follow me from Fargrave. It's nothing. Not every piece of detritus you see on the ground is about you. You don't give Hezek orders. But yes, I'll use this cloth and notebook to locate them. Should have guessed. They went to the obscured forum, right where I was headed. I bet they plan to trade the secret for their own boon. That's my job. Head south and you'll find the obscured forum. Hard to miss. Look for the books. We'll catch the Void Prowlers there and take back my secret. The mortal knows very little about scoffing, yes. My mirror shows me other places in Oblivion. Usually places I've already been to. This time, I used that junk you found as an anchor to the Void Prowlers. That lets the mirror show me where they went.
So, he's a buddy of Madame Wim's, and Madame Wim is in Fargrave. But I just did the Fargrave Zone quest not that long ago, and I don't remember there being a little goblin named Hezek.
One of the thieves!
But he's not a
I told
goblin.
him
He's
it was
some
a
kind of
bad
Daedra
idea.
or Dremora.
Zaval said he underestimated them. But damn, this stings. Our leader pushed us to raid the forum. Quite the bounty, he thought. I told him the Dark Reeves live in there. They'll tear us up. Now look. Vicious guards. Crazed. Attack on sight. Unless you're a book. You're with the runt. Zaval's still in there. If you go after him, you'll die too. Last I saw Zaval, he ran deep into the forum. Have fun with the Dark Reeves if you go in. Now leave me be, mortal. I have dying to do. Not personal. He works for Wim. She has the juicy stuff. Valuable. With that and the score here, maybe we get our own fortress. Mortals. It was a joke. We don't die. This just hurts. I'm ready for a new body.
Fucking Daedra.
Get in. Now we find that secret. Hezek will let you lead. See here? The intake chamber. Deposit a secret, get a boon. No, no, no! It's too big! We need a plan. Talk with me. The obscured forum is too big. Why can't you summon portals? Hezeks can only fit one person. I don't want to leave you aside. Too dangerous. For you. So we search on foot. Miserable. The longer we wander aimlessly, the more likely a swarm of dark reefs tears us apart. This is impossible. I suppose I'll prepare myself for another 1,000 years of serving Madam Wynn. But now you're giving me orders? Can Hezek ever make a decision of his own? Yes, of course. Let me do as you wish. It does appear the leader was here recently, and we might find him in that large room below us. Watch for the dark reefs. They hide in the dark, naturally.
It appears my vampirism is wearing off. Whatever they are, their blood is not drinkable. Guess I'm finishing this one the old-fashioned way.
Oh, the runt's here.
That's him! He kicked me! Does he have the secret?
It's not as fun knowing they're immortal.
All the void crawlers are dead, stuck in the obscured forum, and the secret's still lost. I'm a failure, mortal! I let Madam Wynn down! She's gonna add more years to my debt, I mean. You don't understand! Secrets want to hide. They change appearance to blend in. Hezek bets this one looks like a book now because look around. We can't find one secret among all these tomes. No, I'll just have to go back to Fargrave. No, all I see in it is my pitiful face. Just how Madam Wynn must see me. Wait, hold on. Lost items. Yes! How could Hezek forget? Oh, I know a spell. It reveals anything that's lost. It's how I met Madam Wynn. But I need reagents. Let's see what's useful in a bookstore. Get me a tome shell feather, A glob of mold, red, not green, and, oh right, a quill. Hezek has never had a great memory, but that should do it.
You're in luck, Isaac, because I
Everything
just
I
got
listed should
a
be
quill
plentiful
sharpener.
here. Tome shells are everywhere, so finding a feather is easy. For red mold, it grows in dark corners. And a quill? Look on the desk. I'll stay with you to make sure you get the right things. That's the red kind, right? Perfect. That tip should be sharp enough.
I fail more often when I have Tad Lauren with me than I do without. Brother. I mean, it's a percentage thing. How?
I didn't even hear it click.
Tome shell feather. Good. I hate those pests. Too cramped. Hezek needs space for the spell. Deeper into the forum we go.
Deeper. Is this deeper? Yeah, I guess so.
I hear the echo of a hall. Should be plenty of space for the spell. Meet Hezek inside. Perfect. After so many years, Hezek feels uncertain about this. Do I still have the skill? What if it turns me inside out? Or I fall through a portal into the lap of a Apocrapha? Yes, that's right. And I need to do this. To reduce my debt, of course. I'll need perfect concentration, so don't bother me. Head down into the hall. When I've located the secret, you should collect it. While Hezek knows what he's doing, I might not get this right the first time, so you'll need to be patient. I'll call out the location of where I think it is, and you go there and look for it. When you see it, collect it for me. I think I found the secret. Follow the flare. have worked without you here. Except I would have found a way. Somehow. No, you hold on to it. That thing has caused me enough trouble. If the Dark Reaves attack us on the way back, Hezek might lose it again. Madam Wim wants me to deposit that secret at the intake maw. That will purchase her a boon of Mora. I need a moment to recover. Go back to the intake room and drop this secret into the intake maw. I'll be right behind you.
Bro's carrying books? What are you doing with those books, Ogrum? Why was he carrying books? Didn't know that Ogrums could read. Or recognize the value in literature.
Such a troublesome secret. It better be a good one.
A boon for knowledge. Deposit payment for assessment.
Well, do as it says.
Knowledge deposited. Hold for assessment.
No, I do not want to hear Wim's dark
Hezek
secret.
is my most invaluable servant. Much of my power comes from his skill. Without him, I would be lost.
What? It's supposed to be a secret, not a lie.
Knowledge assessed and found sufficient. Accept this boon of Hermaeus Mora. Move along.
It's true? You get the boon. Hezek needs to think. Ridiculous. Meet me outside, mortal. I'm done here.
Is that a compliment from Madam Wim? Seemed like it. That or Hermaeus Mora.
I never want to see another book ever again. So, you have the boon, which means the secret had value. Madam Wim believes what she said. You helped lowly Hezek, reminded me of my purpose. Even though relying on a mortal embarrasses me, but I'll give you something of mine with great value. Hezek's secret. When my debt to Madam Wim gets too low, I'll mess up a job on purpose. The Void Prowlers have a clan, yes? I have heard. That's it. That's the most valuable thing I can give you. Oh, fine. Here's some shiny whatever this is.
Thanks for the belt, Hezek.
What she said changes nothing, by the way. Hezek still resents scurrying around when told to. Still. Alright then, back to Fargrave for me. Hope I never see you again, mortal. And keep what I said to yourself. It loses value otherwise.
Brigands, scoundrels, fleshy You saved the Clockwork City! As a friend to the living gods, help me! Kemelzi, Sothasil's sacred underground laboratory is under attack! It hasn't been disturbed since Sothasil studied with the dwarves there! Please, before it's overrun! Kemelzi, where the magician himself studied among the dwarves, is under attack! The Painted Eye found Kemelzi despite all our secrecy. I left Nelthas Drathan to defend Sothasil's laboratory, since he's a clockwork apostle. Mercenaries who steal magical items. Kemelzi holds dwarven technology and the magician's experiments. It's a banquet for their vile appetites. Please, talk to Nilfas Drathan and remove the Painted Eye from Kemelzi. The Tribunal will reward you. You'll find the entrance to Kemelzi here. It may be difficult to spot, but the elevator should take you straight into the magician's laboratory. Nilfas Drathan will be there somewhere. Find him and rid the holy site of the Painted Eye.
Oh, wait. Just do this.
creature of flesh, but without the sign of the painted. The hero of Clockwork City. I should bow to you.
Please do.
I assume that fool Thorin sent you here? Well, I have the situation under control. Your presence isn't necessary here, and it draws too much attention. Let's not trouble the gods unduly. Currently dealing with... I'm activating the dwarven constructs. They're highly effective at frightening off any hostiles who come here. Really, this is standard procedure. I'm not even sure what that dithering fool was worried about. Have you faced an homunculi? Whatever the painted eye are after, I doubt it's valuable enough to drive them to such bravery. Not when murderous dwarven machines spring from every wall. How could you possibly think I'd know something like that? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have sacred items to collect. Best not let any painted eye stragglers find Lord Set's world-altering projects. Give my regards to Thorin. How could you... I'm locking this door behind me. You can see yourself out.
Alert. Disruption. Danger. Repair construct. Stop the betrayer. Analyzing. Subject unknown. Threat detection unknown. Begin friendly introduction. Greetings. I am Proteus. Camel Z security oversight. Error. Diagnostic check. Error. Error. Burnt fields. Rust. Apostle Nilfar Straithen override. Doors. Unlocked. Painted eye hostels. Outer laboratory. Compromised. Error. Dreaming. Incomplete. Diagnostic test. Failed. Totus model. Critical components missing. Conclusion. Affirmative. Imperative. Stop. Apostle Nilfar Straithen. Protoss secure. Scanning for components.
Okay, so gather the components for the robot.
In desperation, all things consume one another. Is this a sign of imperfection? Or is this a fundamental creation?
For the ring!
Scanning component location. Recipient. My form is fully functional. Scanning component. Recipient cortex. Functional. Cognitive cluster. Restored. Corporeal system repair. Complete. Hello. I am Proteus. Camel Z security oversight construct. I ensure that the inner laboratory is not disturbed until the creator, Lord Set, returns. My form is fully functional, but my memory and connection to the systems here remain fractured. Nilfar Straithen removed the mnemonic fragments which facilitated that connection. We will need to install new ones. Another of Lord Set's early projects. Later he stored his memories in the stars. But in Camel Z he was more grounded. They can connect information to the inner workings of the laboratory. Importantly, they are compatible with my form. Affirmative. These are the locations of the major mnemonic fragments. Find them, and my systems will be fully restored. mnemonic fragments.
Give it your all.
So these factotum are attacking me, and I'm supposed to go and fix the other factotum?
Think, you talk, you move, you have a name. What is missing? You, Proteus, have more purpose than half of all mortals. So why aren't you better than them?
The Creator left before I could learn the answer to his question.
Time wears you down to nothing. You break, stagnate.
It's like a little miniature Positrix and Negatrix. Aww.
Given time, your joints will wear down. Your precision footpads will dent and crumble. But in this moment, and
So
only
the sill.
this moment, you are perfection itself.
Self-repair was the only way the Creator could circumvent inevitable deterioration.
Others believe in chaos. They make their choices given the agency. I know differently. I studied countless specimens. None are without flaws, yet all achieve a sort of beauty. Is that it? In order to create a form this pure, must I master the art of irregularities?
It took Creator a long time to differentiate mandatory flaws from those he could improve upon. Return to the antechamber. I will meet you there, so we can gain entrance to the inner laboratory.
Laboratory security and oversight protocols restored.
Locating Apostle Nilfar Strafen. Damp cough. Polished key.
Apostle Nilfar Strafen and several unregistered guests approach the clockwork probabilis.
Govern events on Man. Some are constant, like the force which compels objects to fall to the ground, while others defy prediction and categorization. The probabilis allows for willful manipulation of such forces. It is a prototype, a precursor to Lord Set's great work, the Throne Align. If Apostle Nilfas Draythan activates the Probabilis, Nern will suffer destabilization, loss of life thresholds, safeguards breached. Through the door Apostle Nilfas Draythan used when we first met. It will open for you now. Security oversight protocol becoming available. Caution, Apostle Nilfas Draythan.
Protus, you're active? I will activate the Probabilis, is what Set wanted.
Delicate and dashing.
You're too late! The Clockwork Probabilis is mine to control.
We arrived too late. Apostle Nilfas Draythan activated the Probabilis. Stop him before it makes a lasting change.
Check that out. That's pretty cool.
The Probabilis is active! You think you can stop the likes of you? I am the master of the Probabilis. Stop this attack!
Ticket.
Hidden directive activated. Dreaming.
It works. I knew it would. Combining the mnemonic fragments in this way is complicated. The savior of my clockwork city. I knew you'd be the one I spoke to. It's not often that one bound by mortality comes to my attention more than once. Most, like Nilfas Draythan, are wisps of smoke in the fires of time. Even as a mnemonic fabrication, I know that many will take issue with my work. Nilfas Draythan tried to reconcile his beliefs with reality, and his answers fell short. He led to false conclusions, as he was always going to. I could not, just as he could not stop himself from committing this act. Cause and effect are matters of fact. Now that the Draythan event is concluded, Protus will receive new safeguard directives. When we are through, speak to Protus.
The Creator is done, but I have more to say. Your work here is complete. I thank you for your service. If you would not mind returning to Thorin Armus, please tell him that his presence is no longer needed in Camel Sea. He is mortal. Mortals can be swayed to endanger the security of Camel Z. I'm sure Thorin Armus will quickly be assigned to another sacred site. Do not fear for Thorin Armus. I will maintain this laboratory on my own. It is my duty. Without Nilfus Strathen to guide them, the Painted Eye's presence here will dwindle until the halls are quiet once more. I will work with the security systems in order to drive the Painted Eye out. I cannot say. It may only take a few hours, or it could take a season. It depends on how stubborn they are. But after they are gone, I will begin the locking sequence. Like my creator before me, I will shout. Your work, he is without me. I cannot say. Not me. The creator, Sotha Seal, did. My directives must be detailed and precise, as I oversee many systems here in Camel Z. I have one last directive to fulfill before beginning my new duties. Here, this is payment for the services you rendered.
Wait, hold on. Headed to Old Isra. Oh good, you stopped. No time for details. People eager to see me dead will come over that hill at any moment. So, want to earn some easy gold? Telehulan. The tower at Old Isra's east end. Inside there's a green mushroom. By that mushroom there's a dark elf. She'll probably insult you. She's my contact. Deliver this letter, then walk away with a pocket full of gold. Better you don't know, but fine. There's a spy among the Assembly of Masters. My contact's here to end the threat. Look, can you take this letter to her? Don't open it, don't look at it, don't talk about it. Hand it over and you're done. Deal? Remember, a dark elf by a green mushroom in Telhulan. Tell her, both light and shadow can be deadly. She'll reply, though only one chases the other. Then hand over the letter and she'll give you gold. Now, go while I lead my pursuers away.
Any delay is unacceptable. We hired the Morag Tong to deal with this problem.
Bellow all you want. It won't change my process.
Outrageous! How dare you...
Master Phobes, a word, if I may.
Well, look what the Nixox dragged in. What are you doing here, hero? Are you following me again? Seriously, what brings you to this house of arrogance and whining? Though only one chases the other. Alright, it's obvious Folsey sent you and she gave you the code of a courier. That tells me you have something for me. Go on then. Hand it over. Folsey can fend for herself. Right now, I need to see if she learned anything to point me to the true identity of my target. Tredessim, the name on the writ, is an alias. Interesting. According to Folsey, House Drez established a camp to the south. Folsey seems to think so. Since you want to get paid, how about you help me out? I need to assassinate a spy and tell Hulan. But to do that, I need to figure out who actually deserves my blade. It's quite legal. I have a Morag Tong writ of execution. A binding document that gives me the authority to eliminate the name on the writ. We figure out who Tredessim actually is, I finish the job, you get paid, and we go home. Not together, necessarily. Depends on my mood. So, what do you say? Congratulations, you're my new foci. First, go to the servants' quarters to the west and ask Akigo about the spy. Then visit the Dres camp to the south and see if they have any connection to this Tredessim. I need to keep watch here, just in case.
No, Sulis. I'm out of patience. Need this finished?
I heard the Kabuli keep nests here.
A service should you require anything.
I have nothing to... Word travels fast in old Isra, outsider. I heard you work with the Dark Lady. Last time she came through, I had to clean up 3 bodies. If she sent you to ask for my help again, the answer is, politely, no. I do not want her to be angry with me. Just information? No risk to scale or tail? Very well. I don't know about a spy, but a servant leaves the quarters late every Sundas and Midas night, then returns early the next morning. No idea who, but there's always a strange smell the next day. What? No. It's locked for a reason. We servants don't have that much. I won't let a stranger in to go through our meager belongings. Nope, this key stays right here with me. You wouldn't? You would? Fine. Working for House Telvanni is just one terrible moment after another. Here. But I don't want to know anything about what you do in there. Just leave the key in the lock. I'll grab it once you leave.
Did you see that woman outside? If looks could kill, she was Does not.
Hey, hero. Find anything pertinent to my writ? Notice how the servants around here love me. They know I'm here for bigger scribs than them. Well, come to think of it, I have had a writ or 2 for servants over the years. 3, actually. Anyway, find anything useful in there? You brought me a jar. Ugh, it reeks like Asha's undergarments. Why in the world would a servant need a jar of Kaguti musk? I can't think of a single useful purpose other than to stink up the place. Did Akigo have any useful information? Well, I'd say you'd found the source of the spell. But why go out on specific nights just to return with a jar of stink? Could it be some sort of weird romantic rendezvous? That's no courting ritual that I'm familiar with. Anything else? Well, better get to it. I need to get back to Chelhulan and see if I can spot anything out of the ordinary going on with the mouths or masters. See you soon, hero. Over here, hero. Got anything interesting? Felsi's report didn't do this place justice. This isn't a camp. It's a House Drez foothold in House Telvanni territory. Any chance you found anything that will help us find the spy in there? Well, that narrows down the list of suspects, and it also tells us how they exchange information with their contact. They're using the Kuguti nests to the north as a pickup spot. Did you find anything else? Add all this to that jar of Kuguti musk you found in the servants' quarters, and I think we're getting close to catching our spy. Using false names to identify the masters. Clever, and demonstrates a sense of humor. Not quite yet. This could just be another diversion. Let's not jump to too many conclusions just yet. So it appears that an aide or servant leaves messages for House Drez at the Kuguti nests to the north, using the musk to keep from being attacked. First, go to Tel Hulan and update Master Sulis. Then we'll check on those nests. The clues indicate that Tridecim is an aide to one of the masters, who also sleeps in the servant quarters. They use Kuguti musk to approach the northern nests to exchange messages with House Drez. Update Master Sulis, then join me at the nests.
You're assisting the Morag Tong agent, correct? As busy as I am, I can always spare a moment for the hired help. Oh, that is good to hear. Even though the Assembly enacted the writ, I know that Naryu is under no obligation to keep us informed. I appreciate it. I know better than to ask for specific details. The Morag Tong prefers to work unhindered. Anything else? The Masters send representatives to the Assembly, our mouths. They have the authority to speak in our names. Some sessions require a Master or two to attend, as well as any aides and servants. Scribes take notes so every Master can stay informed. You did you? Interesting. Yes, I'm working on something with Masters Foves and Thilsey. We've been meeting frequently until fairly recently. Then Foves stopped attending. He's worried about the spy. His aide delivers him notes after each meeting. A very informative update. Thank you. Now you should get back to it. We'll all feel safer and more secure once this spy has been dealt with. Permanently.
Hireling, I hope you have a strong sense of discretion. Talking to Master Sulis like that may not be wise. I have concerns about him. Have you and the assassin made progress? I totally understand. What some call paranoia, I call prudent caution. This spy could cause irreparable damage to the Assembly, if not to House Telvanni itself. Tell me, what did you and Master Sulis talk about just now? Did he now? How easily he let slip confidential information to a stranger. I know others find me grating, but I've spent my life making House Telvanni stronger. This spy threatens our stability. I need you to find them. Eliminate this threat. I don't like this feeling of the wolves at the door. Your confidence encourages me. Thank you for talking with me. Now I must go. I swear my aide Gito is avoiding me. Just between us, he's let his grooming lapse. His odor is quite unpleasant.
Interesting. Let's talk with this in fresh air. I didn't even hear it click.
Here's the other one. You'll bleed before I let you find our spy.
I smell like a Kagudi, this place smells like a Kagudi, and you definitely smell like a Kagudi. Let me see that letter you found. Master Fov's aide. Interesting. Once House Drez heard about the writ, they must have panicked. Not so fast, hero. Have we found everything here at the Kagudi nests? There might be more clues scattered around this Drez message relay. Ugh, what's that on the letter? Are you sure that's just mud? Why don't you just read it to me from over there? Some sort of Tavani secret project? Hito is playing a very dangerous game by passing along that kind of information. Well, dangerous enough for someone to hire the Morag Tong. Anything else? Bristleback, Sparrow, that letter, and the Drez camp explain these code names. This means Master Fov's worked with Hito this whole time. They even tried to frame Master Sulis as the spy. Can't say I'm overly surprised. I'll return to Tel Hulan. If Hito is there, we can wrap this up. You should join me. But I don't recommend bringing up what else we know. There's too many holes, and you just mark us for a blade in the belly. Meet me in Tel Hulan. We can finish this there.
I swear I could hear it speaking.
You there! You look like a capable forager.
Tell me, assassin.
Looks like we got to that letter before Gito. He never received his orders to slip away and make a break for the Drez camp. Makes my life easier. Now I complete my writ. I figured you'd want to witness a professional at work. After all your help, you've earned that right. The rules are quite explicit. I can only terminate the person or persons listed on my writ, and this writ only covers Tredessim. We know there's Giteau, so he's my only target. A Telvanni master may be guilty of scheming, but that's nothing new. She did she? I suppose you did go out of your way to help a woman with a writ. Here you go, payment is promised. Never let it be said that Noryuvirian doesn't pay for services rendered. Thanks again, hero. Now, for my final bit of business. Master Phobes, it seems your aide has been speaking out of turn.
No! Mercy, please!
If you're certain, assassin, then do as you will.
No! You'll have to catch me first!
Help is...
Well, that was a waste of time.
I heard you were there when Molar Grunder was...
No one goes to Salem Mora anymore, and now I can see why. Getting badgered by priests and buoyant armigers isn't worth seeing the one impressive relic they keep at the shrine. Is that where you're headed? The Shrine of St. Voorhees? Patron saint of House Telvanni? It's the only reason why anyone would go to Salem Mora. I stopped by to see the relic of St. Voorhees, but the High Priest wouldn't even let me get close enough to get a good look. I didn't stay long enough to find out. Apparently, it's an honor just to be in its mere presence. Didn't feel like anything special to me. If you're headed that way, maybe you can see what all the fuss is about. Good luck, outsider. You're going to need it.
The talisman of St. Voorhees will be mine, and I'm all yours, Relassi, if you can catch me.
The Lark of Rosgard is so smug when he's got the high ground. He won't be so smug when he's level with my boot. And his little disappearing act. Let me get my hands on him, and I'll make him disappear. That fetching thief has been a thorn in my side for far too long. He's planning to rob the shrine at Salem Mora of the sacred relic of St. Voorhees. I need extra hands if I'm to stop him. Yours could do. Are you looking for work? Stand in for me at the shrine and the Khajiit caravan nearby. Ask questions. Search for any clues or suspicious activity, and assure the High Priest that I have everything under control. Help me, and I'll make sure you're compensated for your time. High Priest Treelan will be your point of contact at the shrine. He seems insistent the Khajiit are involved in the heist somehow. I have a feeling they're only guilty of poor timing. Meet me back here when you're done. Meet me here when you're done.
All may bask in the talisman's divine glory. From a respectful distance, please. If you're here to bask in the presence of the talisman of St. Voorhees, I humbly ask that you do so out of arm's reach. If you have any questions about the relic's history, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Shh! Not so loud! This is a very delicate situation. We need to ensure that what few pilgrims we have aren't scared off by any of this. Relassi hasn't exactly kept us apprised of her plans. What did she send you to do? Of course she did. That's it. I'm sending a priest to shadow her. After Relossi came through to examine the talisman, I've had to stand watch. I've made sure not to let anyone get too close, especially not any outsiders. It's been exhausting. Aside from you, there was one other, an Ella Khajiit who asked many questions. Without, I might add, the judgmental sneering typical of most outsiders. I cannot recall his name, but he was alone. I've heard the dangerous ones only travel in groups. I'm so glad you asked. This shrine has stood since the dawn of the Second Era in honor of Saint Voris the Immolent, patron saint of House Telvanni. I am the High Priest, and I oversee the care of our most valued relic, the Talisman of Saint Voris. Excuse me. Please step back from the relic.
Why are we stopping here, when these dark elves lurk about the edges of our camp?
Oh, Shadea. You worry too much. Surely they mean us no harm.
Old fool. What is it you want? Your nose is too close to my face.
I doubt that since I'm like 3 feet shorter than you.
This one is called Shadea. She and her mercenaries are here only to protect the caravan for coin. This one dislikes this place and will remain no longer than she must. You have questions? Talk to the elder. This one knows nothing. This one is not in the habit of paying tithes to foreign saints. The elder may have gone, but he insisted others stay at the camp. Fine by this one, so long as she gets paid. Yes, a nosy walker came to spy and ask foolish questions. And Shadea was the only one bothered by this. Then again, the elder and his family are Bandari. They are used to being treated like criminals. Anything else, nosy walker? Stand a bit closer and find out. This one is quick with her blade and does not hesitate to stick it in those who ask for it. Pray that won't be you. Bother someone else if you're looking for a job, Walker. This one's band has no room to cut in another share. These peddlers can barely afford us as it is.
Luck be with you, Walker. This one is Elier Sodro, Caravan Elder. Our wares and coin are in short supply, but our camp is open to all who may seek to rest and be at ease. What does your heart seek that we may provide? No. We Bandari are used to scrutiny, but rarely from such a distance. The dark elves in these lands seem colder than most. This is no matter. This one extends his warmest welcomes to you instead. The shrine. Oh, that shrine. It is a place holy to dark elves, yes? Of little interest to us Khajiit. This one is late in his years and does not remember. But he may have accidentally wandered through. Yes, that was probably so. Luck be with... ask Shadea. This one thought it sensible to hire protection while crossing a land rife with slavers, and her sharp eyes miss nothing. And you are welcome to ask around our cab walker. Make yourself at home among the Bandari. As Bandari, our travels take us wherever the roads may lead us. The roads happen to lead us here, to this Selen Mora. We sought to stay at the grand outpost east of here, but it seems to be in ruins.
Here. The lock is in the crypt. He just slipped past.
See that? Put Tanlorin away, and now the chest pops.
Hurry! The lock can't be too far ahead.
The way that priest tripped all of your protective runes, it's almost like they're working against you, Relasi.
No! Get him!
Relasi, who's your friend? Are you ever going to introduce us? If only those priests had listened to you, Relasi. You know, it's not too late to switch sides. And the talisman is mine.
Nobody saw me. How could the Lark have known? He has the talisman. The real talisman. I made a replica of the original. Switched it out without the High Priest knowing. Then, I hid the real one down here to keep it safe. The High Priest refused my order to take the relic off display. He thinks it's safe as long as he's watching it. But the Lark could steal stripes off a cat. If I couldn't stop his heist, I thought I could at least trick him into taking a replica. That arrogant swit! And if that foolish priest hadn't prematurely set off my runes, I'd have clipped the Lark's wings and had him dead to rights! Tell me this isn't over. Tell me you found something useful. Something at the Khajiit camp, maybe. A story. Great. What reason would this elder have to visit the... Wait. Did you read this? His legend says the relic holds this Eye of Bandar. Fetch it all! I need you to get back to the camp quickly, before the High Priest intervenes. Keep an eye on that Elder. If he's really involved, he may not know the danger he's put himself in. Believe me, even if only one of the Khajiit is conspiring with the Lark, the High Priest will make sure the entire caravan suffers for it. I'll see to High Priest Treelam. I'll assure him that you're in pursuit of our thief and everything is going as planned. If you don't manage to recover the talisman, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Go ahead. I'll meet up with you soon.
What the hell? Please. They're still alive in the ruins. Walker, please. Save my family. Shadea kept pushing to leave. Elir Sudro insisted we stay. And then he told her everything. The relic, the thief, secrets we swore to keep. He spoke on the eye's value to the Bandari, but she heard only the promise of coin. Took them to the ruins. The relic is the price of their lives. Too late for me, Walker. Please, find the Lark. Save the others.
Everything went off without a... Wait. What happened here? Did you do this? I knew Relasi was desperate to get me, but I never thought she'd order something like this. Shadea? Why did he tell her? That old cat is too quick to assume the good in everyone. And perhaps I'm about to make the same mistake, but I'll ask it plainly. Can I count on your help in rescuing my client and his family or not? You think the Bandari are paying me? They could barely afford to pay their mercenaries. The Lark of Rosgard never leaves a job unfinished. Simple as that. Stealing is so inelegant a word for what I do. I prefer to think of it as reacquisition. And the simple answer is that some things are much better earned than bought. Trust, for example. If I give you the talisman, will I have earned yours? When we get to the ruins, I need you to barter with Shadea. Do whatever you can to keep her occupied with the talisman. While you do that, I'll do what I do best. It's a gamble, but I think we can pull it off. I'll meet you at the ruins. Remember to keep Shadea talking as long as possible.
no closer or this one will bleed out the elder. Where is
That
the
wasn't
thief?
very smart.
Shaddai, please. This one is sure that Walker means no harm. We can talk through this, yes?
You should have kept your nose to yourself, Walker. This does not concern you. What? Where did you... It does not matter. Give it to Shaddai, now! With so many hands grasping for it, someone must pay well for it, yes? Shaddai is losing patience. Toss it over now! What was that? No! Curse you, thief! No! You will pay for this, Walker! Surrender the talisman or the others die!
Please, Walker. Save this one's family. Give her the talisman if you must.
That's Relassi. Follow my lead and play along.
Stop right there!
You've tricked me out of the talisman, but you'll never catch me alive!
Scoundrel! Thief! Pariah, curse you and hound your steps for all your... This one is not injured, Walker. Perhaps it is a better fate than he deserves. This one misplaced his trust, and now pays dearly for it. Those who tried to fight back were killed. Please, Walker, none of this was worth the lives of my family. Save who you can.
I came as quickly as I could. As soon as I saw what happened at the camp, I followed the tracks here to the outpost. But Beck, what a terrible thing. If there are any others left alive, we need to save them. I'd have been here sooner, but High Priest Treelan kept badgering me with questions. He hasn't even realized his precious relic was replaced with a fake. When I got there, he'd taken it off the pedestal and was clutching it to his chest. While there are lives at stake, I couldn't give a nix. If you can go after them, I'll escort the Elder here safely out of the caverns. Can I still count on you?
Give the talisman willingly? Face Shaddai's blades and suffer! This one...
Timber. Beast collar. That's fun.
This one shall pay your favor forward.
My thanks, Walker.
You are a true friend to the Bandar.
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried. The others just passed me. They're safe. Now, all that remains is to decide the fate of the Talisman of St. Voorhees. She wouldn't. The only person Relassi wants to suffer for this crime is me. And she still needs to catch me. Besides, if the High Priest knew about her little stunt with the replica talisman, she'd be finished. We've got that we can hold over her. Way ahead of you. While you were saving the hostages, I doubled back and managed to steal Relassi's replica off the High Priest personally. Serves him right for not listening to my favorite armiger in the first place. So I could give it to you, Will you honor the patron saint of House Telvanni by restoring his shrine's most beloved spoil of war? Or will you don the mask of the pariah and deliver them the replica? The choice is now yours. For everyone involved to keep their desired reputations, there is no one else I can trust with this decision. It has to be you. I mean, I know what I'd do, but it's in your hands now. See you around, stranger. And send my fondest farewells to Relasi, will you?
The Walker has returned. I thought this one mourns those lost when Shadea's greed overtook her. But we would have lost so much more if it were not for you, Walker. This one knows not how to express his thanks. The buoyant Armiger, she failed to catch our tricky friend, yes? Ha! So, the fate of the Eye of Bondar falls to you. Whichever way you choose, Walker. This one asks only that you do not use what you learned today about the Eye to challenge the faith of those who serve at this shrine. Walker, this one is at a loss for words. Our caravan will pay forward your generosity 1,000 times, but what will become of the shrine of St. Voorhees?
Good, you're back. Just as we... The lot got away, but the remaining Khajiit are safe, right? Then it's a victory in my book. Did you recover anything else for me? I recognize my handiwork. I'll be a hero returning this to the shrine. It's a false victory, but no one needs to know that besides us. Take your payment. If we meet again, I hope it will be after I've taken the upper hand on the Lark of Rosgard. What happened today was a setback, but the knowledge is my burden to bear. No one needs to learn from it except me. I'll make it right by capturing the Lark of Rosgard next time. I swear it.
Armiger Relasi, your efforts in returning this relic to our shrine will be noted.
I think this is the last one I have to do. Hopefully it's a quick one.
Did you hear that someone actually escaped from the Lightless Oubliette?
Please? I have no one else I can turn to. I need help. I worked as a servant in the towers of Tel Drelloth. Nathan, the son of Mistress Drelloth, is being kept prisoner there. At least, I think he must be. Nathan and I had plans to leave Tel Drelloth together. Someone must have found out, because the day we planned to leave, I was dismissed from my position. Mistress Drelloth, or Sethiel, I suppose, pushed me out without a chance to see Nathan. If she's holding him against his will, he'll be in the isolation tower. The only access is through the lab in the caverns that run underneath. There's a key in the top floor of the main tower. Please, can you help me? I'll pay for your assistance. Thank the eight you came along. I had no idea how I would do this on my own. I know Sethiel would just throw me out again, but Nathan is my whole world. I can't possibly leave Tel Drelloth without him.
That's 3 in a row.
Good. Nobody's noticed us so far. The key is in that chest. It's a spare for when the researchers misplace theirs. Got it? Let's speak for a moment. All right! We have the key. This is going better than I thought it would. And it's strange. Everything looks so different in here without the wards. It all feels so empty. Nathan's protective wards. You know, Sathiel's magic barriers that kept Nathan's half of the tower in isolation. I couldn't cross them at all. They certainly made tidying up a bit of a trial. I mentioned the wards before, didn't I? Sorry. I guess I've been here so long it's become normal to me. Sathiel said the outside world would kill Nathan, and she was working on a cure. But as far as I know, she and her husband were trying to cure the Nahaten flu. He died years ago, when Nathan was just a baby, from the disease they were trying to cure. Sathiel must be sheltering Nathan for fear of losing him, too. She's doing it out of love. That I can understand. But that doesn't make it right. We'll take the portal pad to the cellar. Then the key will get us into the labs. From there, it's just making our way through the caverns to the isolation tower. As long as we don't cross Sathiel, the others will be too busy to stop us. Good question. I've never known her to be particularly combative, but if Nathan's wards were any indication, she does wield very powerful magic. Which she may use to escort us out. Nathan's well-being is a family affair, and the researchers are far more focused on their work. They're tasked with observing their subjects for the slightest changes, so they won't keep their eyes on us for long, anyway. Test subjects for her experiments. Animals, as far as I know. Some of the experiments are rather grisly. I kept away from the lab for that exact reason. I've heard some of these Telvanni use slaves for such things, but Sathiel's not like that. No, and that's exactly what worries me. She's tested no cures on him because there's nothing to cure. He's not sick. She just wants control. Poor Nathan. His mother loves him, but it's almost like she's the one with the sickness. I don't think I've ever seen it this empty down here. Where is everyone? Wait. What are these subjects doing out of containment? Why are they like this? What has Sathiel done to them? What did you find? Anything that explains what's happened? Let me see. No, I'd never write such a thing. Did Cecile write this? Does she really think this sounds like me? What did the research... Spores? The researchers spoke of those. Little seeds on the air, invisible to the eye like flu or fever. I think that's how molds and mushrooms make more of themselves. Delman spore sample. Delman? Delman? What is that? It sounds like a name. It sounds familiar. I just can't place where I've heard it before. She mentions these toxic spores interfering with wards. Does that mean Nathan's wards? If these spores reach the isolation tower, he could be in danger. Thanks for keeping...
There's really no... You have more?
The observation outpost. What happened? Where is everyone?
Daisha, stranger, you shouldn't be here. Too dangerous. Go no further. Spores nearly killed me. Barely exposed. Natural immunity. I will live. Heard shouting, then screaming. Everyone came running. Big mistake. Subject spores wrong. Wanted to escape Dreloth. She coaxed him back to isolation. Delman, too strong. Stronger than I've ever seen. Delman, Mistress Dreloth's greatest experiment. The cure, the affliction.
I'm glad Tunche is all right. But he's just given us more questions than answers. I know he's one of her most trusted assistants, but if this Delman is one of Cethile's experiments, how does
major
Tunche
lag
not
spike.
blame her for what happened here? I know, but... fetch it all! I just wish I could remember where I've heard it before. Delman. Delman. No, that's just the trouble. If Nathan had said or written it, I'd probably remember it exactly. Delman. Delman. It's on the tip of my tongue. Where did Tunche say Sathiel took the subject again? That must mean the isolation tower, where Nathan is. Let's keep going. I don't know what we're going to do, but Sathiel needs to be stopped. The researchers too? Gods, what has she done? Wait. Do you feel that? It's like we're being watched.
I've tolerated this incursion long enough. Whoever you are, you've fallen for Dacia's fanciful tale. And now you're enabling her dangerous obsession with my son. Nathan made his feelings for Dacia perfectly clear in the letter he wrote. Or was that vital piece of information kept from you? So what if I did? They both do well to believe it. They can never be together, do you hear me? Never. Leave this place. Forget all that you've seen, or you'll end up worse than Tunche. Delman. Where did you hear this name, Delman? Wait, I remember you from old Isra. You stopped Shalreni.
True.
You saved us all. But you cannot help here. You will find only monsters ahead. Leave while you still can.
Delman was her husband. That's right. I must have heard it from her once, long ago when she first brought me on. He died from the Nahatan flu. The thing she's trying to cure. I've never seen her like this before. I don't know. Has she gone mad? Was she always this way? If so, she's been hiding it, and I can't blame her. If she were carted off to Gorn, she'd be parted from Nathan. The thought of it probably only made things worse for her. If you mean to heed Sathiel's words and leave, then I'll have to go on alone. Nathan is my whole world. I'm not leaving without him.
If you won't listen to me, perhaps my guardian will come back. You cannot fight the danger that lies ahead. This is your last chance. Turn back. This camera again.
Dacia, stay back. I tried to escape, but she was right. My mother was right about everything.
Nathan, what are you talking about? We're here to rescue you.
Stay back from the ward. Mother says it's already in a weakened state due to the strength of my affliction. I don't recognize you, stranger. What are you doing with Dacia? Rescue? Then she really does love me? There was this note, you see. I was certain it was fake, but then I saw you and, well, I started to wonder. But I cannot leave. If you came through the caverns, you must have seen what I'm capable of. My father, yes. The affliction my mother gave me. She named it after him. I didn't know until I tried escaping. The wards were never for my protection.
They kept others safe from me. If I had left with Dacia when we planned, she'd be dead. A living cure. A symbiote that protects its host with toxic spores. I would not be alive without it, and it would not thrive without me. All these years, she really has been trying to cure me so I might live a normal life. Why did I ever doubt her?
So now you know the truth. I'd kept this secret from Nathan his whole life. That he might not grow up knowing he was a monster of my own making. That he might keep his will to live while I sought a cure. After all, I gave him the Nahatan flu and cured him of that too. Delmin and I were trying to save the world. A promising fungal spore sample was on its way from Black Marsh when Delmin caught the very thing we were trying to cure. And I lost him. I had to know if the spores would have saved him. And now I know. Nathan came from me. I am enough of him that the fungal symbiote does not register me as a separate entity, and therefore not a threat to its host. That is when I named it. Delman Mycota. The cure, like love, that would be with us always. The truth is a poor cure for love. I did not want Dacia to share my fate of being shackled to Tel Dreloff by her own heartstrings, so I tried to drive her away. But since hers is a love that clearly cannot be cured, I have devised a choice for her. If Dacia is willing, I can safely inoculate her with the same spores I used on Nathan. She will share his affliction and his confinement, but they will be together, and she will want for nothing except perhaps her freedom. Then she can make herself useful and help me find a cure. I'll hire her on again. I need someone dependable to procure rare ingredients to keep testing possible cures for Delman Mycota. Perhaps someday she can be one of my researchers. My researchers signed on with me because of my area of study. They knew the dangers of Delman Mycota as well as its potential. All that space in the labs was necessary for safe experimentation. I regret their loss, but they knew the risks.
Nathan and I could finally be together. But the way to do so means becoming his mother's experiment. But I'd be safe, provided for. I'd get to dance and sing every day with the one I love. Some would kill for such a gentle life. Leaving for good is no option for me. My heart is Nathan's and his is mine. If I don't give up my freedom, I can help Cecile find a cure. I'd get to see the world like I always wanted, but I'd be in her service. And I'd be alone. Life offers no guarantee of love either. But I found that, didn't I? I don't see it as giving up my freedom. I see it as a choice of how I get to show my love. But my heart is split. If you were in my place, which would you choose? I made it this far. I can work and wander a bit longer to have Nathan by my side for good someday. Cecile and I are going to find that cure. Thank you for helping me see the best path forward, stranger. Here's your reward.
Dacia, I love you. I'm glad you're going to see the world.
Nathan, until you can see it with me, my road will always lead back to Tel Dreloff.
Friend, you'll need it again.
Hero of Necrom. That was one that I needed. And Necrom Master Explorer. I don't think that got me the mount though. It did not. Let's see what I need for that. Okay. Oh, there's amulets to match my hat. Oh, there's a whole outfit for it. There it is. Savior of Necrom. That's what I need. Antiquarian Chase. What is that? Oh, jeez. Okay, I gotta grind those out. Stalwart Protector. Sky Shard Hunter. Master Angler? Oh my god, I'm never gonna get that. That's wild. What does that mount even look like? We'll see. Glow. Mix. Ox. It is kind of cool. Well, something to work towards anyway. It's a Necrom Stalwart Protector. That's wild. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get that mount. That's alright. Maybe I'll try this again someday.